Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hi Adam. Hi Lindsay. Hey Shetty. Hi Delaney. Hi Cynthia. How you doing, Lindsay? Gonna work on our signature tonight. I did not go live on Tuesday. I had just stuff to do around the house. Hi Diane. Hi Robin. I'm just gonna give a couple of minutes for everyone to join. I feel like my right foot is gonna cramp up on me. You know, like when you start feeling that tightness, I feel like that's what's going on. So if you see me hopping around in a little while, it's because my foot cramped. Hey Rosie. No, not a new top. Nope. This is an older top. I bought this a few years ago actually. So nope. I don't like clothes shopping. So when I buy things, I take care of them so I have them for many, many years. Let me go through this. I kind of put a signature together, and I was debating. I wasn't debating. I was thinking about I think I'm gonna sew this. Well, no, I can't sew because I can't sew that one in. It has to be with elastics. Okay. Um, I'm debating whether to add more pages to this or not. I feel like you know how it is, how I am. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should add like 2 or 3 more pages or whatever. This is the center. I like the center. And this is the cover. So I did two cardstocks to make a pocket, and then this is like textured paper, and then this is cardstock to decorate, and then 2 more pieces of cardstock to make another pocket. Hi Carol. Yes, I'm decorating all the pages, and then again I repeated the pages, and then again 2 more to make another pocket. So there's 1, 2, 3 pockets, and there'll be 3 pockets on the other half. So, and then there's the center. Oh, look at you guys, carols, back-to-back carols. Hi, Vaughn. So I have, I think 15. 1, 2. I threw some tissue. This isn't tissue paper. This is like vellum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 pages in here right now. And I did a writing journal. I only had one of these pins. Just have to do like a little, so this is all for writing, and I'm going to put, what do you call it on here? And put like a little pocket. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do a pocket. I'm going to leave this be as is. So this is the writing journal. The writing signature, per se. I don't know if I wanted to go this way. Maybe we should go the other way. Like that. Yeah, I like that better. So that is the signature for writing. So it needs to definitely go in here with an elastic band. It'll give us enough room here to fill this up. but I was debating whether to put a couple of pieces of blank, although I do have blank pages on here, of course. I think I need to add a little bit more. Like 3 more pages. I really like that center. Isn't that pretty, fairy? And I found I had all this in my library. So we have a lot of fairy books to pick stuff from to do this book with. So, with this said, let me think for a second. I think I am going to grab some plain cardstock. So I think I'm going to grab like a pink, maybe a green, like a hunter green would be good for here. I'm thinking pink for here, like a hunter green for there, and this one is more like a little bit, well, maybe like a burgundy. Or maybe this one should be the burgundy and make this the pink. Okay, a pink, a green, and like a dark burgundy is what we're going to be adding. 3 more pages, so it'll be 18, and then I think that's good. I'm going to see if I have it in the 12 by 12, because then I'll have the 4-inch piece off the top, almost the 4-inch piece, to make pockets and stuff, to tie in other pages. So let's do that. Let's pick that out. You're cutting out more bears. Oh, okay. Oh, Adam, do you want to see the fabric that I found that I think would be cool for your book, or do you want to wait? Want to see it? Isn't that cool? I think that's going to look really cool. Isn't it pretty? It's faux leather. I have it in black as well. So we're not married to this yet, but I have it in the gray, which I thought was a really cool color. It reminds me of the elephants. Or we could do it in black, because I have the same thing in black. So we have options. I'll show you the black. Here's the black. So we can decide once we get all the stuff what we're going to do. Hola, Marie. All right, so we need to pick, I said pink, like a burgundy, and like a sage green. Let's just start with the green because it was just there. No, but I wanted to make it a solid, right? Let me see. Well, it doesn't have to be a solid. That looks really pretty, actually. That looks pretty with that. One's going there. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so we got the green. That was quick. Green and pink now. want to try and get the right shade. Hi, everyone that's joined that maybe I missed. Happy Wednesday. Looking for paper to finish off our signature for this book. So we need 3 more sheets. I decided we need 3 more sheets. Because you know me. I'll make the signature and then I'm like, well, let's add a few more pages. Actually, this one looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Pink, green, and oh wait, I said burgundy because then I could always take this pink and move this pink over here. And do like like almost like a burgundy there. Let's see. I'm gonna get the red out. Now that's a pretty color. That matches. And it shimmers. Yeah, see, that looks good. Okay, we have our 3 colors. Awesome. We're going to finish the signature and then start decorating it. All right, so the other thing that I was contemplating was the fact that you see how this paper that I added has this kind of an end. I was like, should I cut the cardstock like that? But I think it's going to mess with the not the pockets, which is this one, and this one. Like I said, we're going to have 3 pockets, 2 tops, 1 middle here, and then on the back, I think I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do 2. I might do the opposite, or no, maybe I'll do the same. You know me, my OCD kicks in. But I thought it was like a bit of a pain in the butt to try and cut it that way. And I would have to do it after we sew it, because when you sew it, it pulls the paper and it makes it offline, so you can't cut it beforehand because then it won't work right. It won't look right. But we could decide that in a little bit. This is a little project I was working on. And if you guys missed it, this is the journaling signature. I did some gold, and that's going to look nice in the book. All right, I'm going to cut these down to 8.5. The cool thing is some of these we don't have to zhuzh because they're too dark to zhuzh, unless that the ends is not white. This one's going to be this way, right? Okay. You're going to leave tomorrow. Okay, safe trip. I don't know what the heck you said after that, but Safe trip. All right. Add that one there. Add that one there. Okay. Okay, I think it's a nice hefty. What the heck is that? Okay. So this is the signature, the cover, which I think is going to look really nice in here, right? So that's going to be a pocket. Then we have the solid. Then we have this textured paper. This is cardstock. Then we have two more for another pocket. And then we have this one. Again, textured paper. A little bit of, I keep saying it's kind of like a vellum. More like a tracing paper. Another piece of that. Two more for another pocket. Another one like this, pretty green, and that's the center. Okay, so I think this will work. I might trim it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Just a little bit maybe. I might just even it up because this is nice and even. So I think I might even it up a little bit. It won't affect the wonky page. I like the wonky pages here, especially after we zhuzh them. But I think it's going to look really well. Hi, Mary. How are you, hon? Welcome back. How are you? How's your family? I'm just lining everything up. So we could sew it. Actually, you know what? Let's zhuzh it first, because it's going to be a lot harder to zhuzh it after it's in there. Or not after it's in there, after it's sewn. Good, I'm glad to hear that. All right, it's time for a new brush. You see the brush? It's like really frayed. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna cut the sides a little bit, so I'm not gonna do the sides. I'm just gonna do top and bottom. I don't think this really needs it. So we're going to put the signature together and then cut some. So the next book after this one, believe it or not, is another fairy book. I actually thought about doing both of them at the same time, but I'm not. We're going to wait and start the other one when it's time to start it. I feel like when I try to do two of them like this at once, sometimes it winds up taking me longer. Because I'm like, oh, what about this and what about that one? I did this for this. I got to do that for that. And it's easier to just, I think it's easier to just take that week and a half, 2 weeks and work on the one book, get it done and move on. All this stuff will be out because all my fairy stuff will be out. So that's good. And then after the fairy book, I have a set of triplets to do. 3 books for 3 siblings, adult siblings. And they're all different. It's 2 girls and a boy. So that one's going to be an interesting. Have to figure out how we're going to do that. Am I going to do all the covers at once? Probably. Might as well sit down for this, right? These big pages, I'm just doing tops and bottoms until we trim. So the zhuzhing on this is not going to take too long. So let's talk a little bit. I've been, watching TikToks here and there during my lunch and stuff. And I cannot believe how many TikToks there are about how to increase your followers, how to gain followers and make money and this. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what? I'm so done with it. I don't want to. I started, if you hold the screen of a video and you put not interested, they'll stop sending that to your feed. Because I was like, I need to stop. I wasn't seeing barely any art, any like of the people that I follow. I wasn't seeing anything like Kat or anybody. It wasn't coming up on my feed anymore. It's just this other stuff, and I'm like, God, I'm just so over this. I don't want to see that anymore. Hey, Jess, how are you? What do you got? And then a lot of political stuff. Now it's that, remember I told you guys a couple of weeks ago about this is 50. So I jumped on the bandwagon and I did one too, just to change up my content a little bit. Now I'm seeing people, oh, this is white people, over 50. Let me show you what, someone of color over 50 looks like. It's like, oh my God, do we really have to make that about color? I was like, are you kidding? This is where we're going? It's just becoming discouraging, and I'm like, seriously not. I'm good, honey. Thank you. I think I'm like over it. Like, I'm over the whole, I don't know, TikTok thing. It's got its uses, but I think I'm over it. I'm tired of trying to grow and make people, increase follower. I'm just tired of that. It's time to shift my my focus a little bit, I think. Hi, Kay. What about you guys? You guys are being so quiet today. What the heck's going on? What did you miss? Nothing. I just picked out 3 more sheets. I started the signature and I picked out 3 more colors. We're zhuzhing the signature now, and then we're going to sew it and start decorating it for the I didn't eat, just so you guys know. So if I get hungry later, I might take a minute and grab like a piece of fruit or something, because I had a late lunch. I ate at like 2:30. So by the time I got home, I didn't want to eat anything. Yeah, I'll eat a little bit later. Maybe, like I said, a piece of fruit. I'm not hungry. I'm like, bleh. Don't want to eat. I can eat later. This one's nice and dark, so I don't have to worry about this one too much. I'm just doing this in case there's any like white. Okay. There's that. Almost done. We're getting very, very close. I also picked out some of my paper from the little paper packs from Temu. And I have them under here so we could pick some pretty images to throw on here. Make a nice scenery. We have a lot of things to pick from. I think this is the last one of this one. Anybody going away this weekend? What are you guys doing? The paper is like this. This paper, my family bought it for me for either Christmas or my birthday. They bought me a package of it. It's cardstock. Twiddling your thumbs. Maybe I'll surprise you on Saturday because Larry, I think, is planning on going fishing. Yeah, it's cool paper. I mean, I folded it in half. When you buy, obviously, it's a big sheet like this. You're coming back to Washington? Coming home? I'm coming home. Well, safe travels to you, my friend. Okay. We are done with the large zhuzhing. We're still going to have to zhuzh the sides after we trim it, but that could be done as we go along, as we work on the book. Okay. All right, so now I am just going to line up the pages because some are just a little shorter than others. You know, I did a little contrast here and there. So I want to make sure everything's lined up. Have you guys seen any interesting books lately? Anybody working on anything? Yes, the butterfly paper was pretty. This came out of that fairy paper book that I had. It's the first time I'm using paper out of that book, actually. Okay. Come on. Line it up. All right, we're going to start sewing this. Mary's journal was, sooner on the list, but she wanted to wait. She had a lot of stuff going on, so she's waiting. So I told her whenever she's ready, just let me know, and I will squeeze her in. There's not that many, guys. I don't have like 20-something journals anymore. Right now, I think my list is like 8 or 9 people. I mean, granted, one person's getting 3. I think there's another person getting 2, I think. But other than that, it's not a grand list like last year. It's not like that. So we'll be okay. Okay, Adam. I'm going to do green. This is a good green. All right. I'm just going to do 3. No, I want to start on the outside. I was like, wait a minute. I just remembered. I thought to myself, I want to start on the outside so that the tie is on the outside. And I'm going to do a double. No, that doesn't work right. What did I do wrong? Hold on. No. I thought I saw somebody do it this way. That didn't work out. I gotta go back to do it the regular way. Looks like I fed it through. I fed it through itself. I need to take it out. I was sneezing all morning again. And I feel my throat's starting to get dry right now as I'm talking to you guys. That's very annoying. Where's my, here it is. It's the allergies kicking in, you know? There we go. Got it out. I'm going to do a double. And I'm going to cut it so we don't have to deal with the strings coming undone. Okay. Okay, so we have our book. We have our writing signature. I haven't done the elastics. Should we do the elastics? I guess we should, just to get the book done. No, I gotta do, this is 4 by 9.5. Let me write that down. Just so I remember the size. So now we can make one for this one. Which I think this one we made 3, right? Yeah, it's 3. 3 by 10. Anybody else have a hard time remembering what they do? Like, I always have to, and I'll probably have to measure it again at some point, you know? Okay, so it's not just me. Those are all the pieces. Always excellent. You guys make me feel much better. Because I'm like, I can't be the only one. Where I'm like, wait, what was that? Let me go back and measure it again. And I really don't have to go through all of this because I am not sewing the signatures into the book. So I don't have to do all this, but we're going to. Let me see if I got them pretty close. Yeah, they're pretty close. Great. All right, let's cut these out. I feel like I'm in a blasé kind of mood. Anyone else? Like, I don't know. No? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm in a funk. I got people coming over. I don't have time to be in a funk. I don't think I'm like down or anything like that. I just feel like ambivalent. Ambivalent. I'm not sad. I'm not happy. I'm just like, meh. No, I don't think so. Because I really don't sit in the heat. You know what? It could be because I had like a little tiff with my mom on Monday. And I haven't spoken to her because I just got pissed off. And I'm like, I'm not going to call her before my live and get aggravated and then be really ticked off. So I didn't call her, and I think that might be what's bothering me, because I have guilt. I shouldn't, but I do. Yeah, I think that's what's bothering me. You guys are my therapy, because I got annoyed with her, um because we were talking. I was talking to her about Friday. Well, actually, I was talking to her about bringing my brother's kids over to enjoy the pool, because my pool doesn't really get used during the week. My girls won't really go in it very much. It's that's a whole nother conversation. But anyhow, so I said the kids love to go in the pool. The kids, they're 14, to go in the pool. Bring them over, let them enjoy. And my mother makes like a million and one excuses why she can't bring them. Um, oh, it's the weather. It's the car might break down. It's my leg bothers me. It's I'm gonna go there, and I'm not gonna mess with your kitchen. And the kids need to eat, like these kids are babies and need to be fed every 3 hours on the dot. Like my mom feeds them breakfast at 8:30. They eat lunch at 11:45, 12 o'clock. Dinner's at 5. Like she's like regimented like that. And I'm like, Ma, they're not babies anymore. You gotta stop doing that. Let the kids be. They're not going to want to come over there, right? And so what did it for me was when she said, "Oh, I'm not," cuz she said something like, "Well, they'll be in the pool on Friday." And I said, "No." She said, "They'll come over there on Friday." And then I said, "Wait a minute. What do you mean they'll come over here on Friday? You're coming too. It's a family barbecue for my brother, my mom, her brother's coming here, my uncle and aunt that we haven't gotten together since last year. My cousin's coming over. It's like my side of the family." And she's like, "Oh, I don't know about that." I said, "What do you mean you don't know about that?" I said, "Mom, we've planned this months ago." And she goes, "I don't know, my leg." And I said, "Your leg?" And then, "Hey, Deb." And then that's when I kind of lost my shit a little bit. I'm like, "Your leg? You can't come here because of your leg? Your leg don't seem to bother you when you go to the cemetery every day to go visit dad. Your leg don't bother you when you go to mass every week. Your leg don't bother you when you have to drive to my brother's house to go watch the kids or pick them up or do whatever he needs. Your leg don't bother you when you go to the store with your neighbor upstairs. Your leg don't bother you then, but to come to my house, your leg bothers you? Fine, fine." And then I'll talk to you later. And I hung up. And now I feel like a bad daughter. And I know I'm not wrong, but I can't help feeling the guilt, because that's how she raised me. I can't help it. Well, Deb, that's a little too late for that. I was very angry. I've been angry for 2 days. This happened on Monday. This is true. She did teach me. Oh, tell me I'm going to be one short of the rose gold. Son of a gun. Look, I've got 3 rose golds. Let me hope that one went into the wrong spot. No, I am short one. Damn it. It's okay because the other colors will do fine, but I really like the rose gold. This is it. This is all I have left. Three rose golds. Yeah, well, you see, I have the right to express my feelings and all that happy stuff. I do. I'm aware of that. It doesn't change the fact that I just don't like it. I don't like the way it ended, and she's gonna drag this shit out because that's mom, and we all know it. So I called my brother immediately, and I said, "I just hung up on your mother," because this is where we do the "it's your mother" kind of a thing. He's like, "What happened?" And then I told him, and he's like, "Yeah, if she's being difficult." I go, "Yeah, it's only gonna get worse." got to get a longer one. This isn't long enough. Shoot. This color would work too, because it's like a brushed gold, but it's not long enough. I'm not getting anything on the other side. So we'll go from the gold to this nice dark one, so you won't see it. Yes, that I could feel. Deb says she can't relate. Me and Deb could share some stories. Right, Deb? Hell to the yeah. Good, that worked. I'm just using these darker ones. They're pretty. They kind of go with the greenish color here. Oh, it doesn't work like that with my mother bringing my dad up. I can't do that. Yeah, no, that's an English thing. That's an American thing. Okay. See? Those came out good. Start crying on the phone. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's not happening. No, I'm more of the persuasion. Do what you want to do. I say you do what you want to do. You want to be pent up in your house, not leave the house while you still can, because there may come a day where she will be unable to leave the house on her own, like my dad wasn't, and she's going to have to rely on all of us to do stuff for her, right? But right now she's capable, and I want to keep pushing her to continue to do what she does. But because she talks to me every single day, it's exhausting. It's just, I think it's just mentally draining, so you guys put yourselves in my shoes. I have to deal with I have work, which is, stressful in and of itself. Then I have home, my own personal life, my kids, stuff like that. Then I have you guys and TikTok and all that. And then I have my mom on top of all that. So sometimes it's like something's got to give, Deb. I'm going to use the green. Yeah, so see, I can't do that, Adam. It doesn't work that way. You forget, my mom is European. It's a completely different mindset. There is no reasoning. Um, there is no making her see things. There's not. So I just basically, it is draining. And every once in a while, I just need to take pause and regroup, you know? So thankfully, doing this, organizing really helps because I just focus on organizing and, what was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to put a fairy on the back. Okay, we'll do that later because I might have to put some beads because I want to put the fairy. I have like a cute little pinkish fairy to put on the spine. I'll show her to you guys in a minute. So we're not going to do anything too permanent. But I don't want to put the fairy on here yet because it'll make the book bulky, you know, to work with. Okay. Cute. All right, so the little fairy that we're going to put here is going to be this one, because it's got like a pink mauve, really cute. And she'll go there. That'd be cute there too, right? No, I kind of like her on the spine. Isn't she so pretty? Yeah. So we're gonna put her there. And I'll probably put something, maybe I'll put a bow, something there to maybe drop her down a little bit so that she'll, but that's where we're going to put her. Shetty, that's not passive aggressive at all. I hear a chuckle.
She's being friendly.
I hear a Kevin chuckle.
It's a Kevin chuckle. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I am working on...
I just ordered food, don't be mad.
I haven't eaten. Did you ask me?
I was getting Chipotle, and I know what you're going to say. You
No,
like
I don't eat Chipotle.
So yeah.
Chipotle is not my life.
Chipotle is my life, and you know that. I was just craving some rice today.
Okay. Okay, so she's in there. Everyone's saying hello to Kev.
Hey guys. Hi Adam.
Adam got the specific
You want to
call
see
out.
something cool? I'm going to show Kevin my dragon.
Oh, yeah. She made that.
Oh snap.
She made it.
No, I made the dragon.
Scratch.
And this.
Yeah, with glue.
Wait, that's all glue.
Yeah. Show him the glue. Here, let me show. Hold on, I'm going to show Kevin what we call a naked one. I made it with hot glue. See?
Oh snap.
In a mold. And I did the frame too. And then I painted it all and made it.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? If you guys missed the dragon. Ooh. I love my dragon.
Oh hi Dee Dee.
Oh. Dee Dee, he said hello. He said hello. Okay. So I think I'm just going to trim this up to be even with the cover. And that's not gonna cut into, that should not cut into that. I hope not. Maybe I'll cut a little bit shorter than that. I don't want to cut this. I don't think it will. It shouldn't. Debbie's party was good. But I didn't get a chance to talk to Debbie at all. Just like I told you was going to happen, Adam. Yeah, I was like, hey, what's up? Do you need anything? And I stood the hell out of her way. She was like, zoom, 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 going here, going there. I'm like, yeah, I am just going to stay in my lane and let my girl do her thing. And then I had to go inside in her air conditioning because it was hot and my ankle swelled up so bad. Excellent. She was doing the zoomies. Okay. All right, let's start decorating, shall we? Well, first, we're going to make our pockets. Get that done. I always like to glue the pockets first so that it kind of cuts down on the number of pages. Just want to make sure we're good. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Hi, Lexi. Where you been, girl? Just the other day, I was like, anybody see Lexi? It's been a minute. I usually let it go for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I reach out. I send the text. Is everything okay? You've been not feeling? This book belongs to a young lady named Maribel. She's not on our lives. She's not watching. I sent her a picture of the cover, and she says, "Oh my God, I love it." So, but her name, she's not like a follower that you guys know. At least I don't think so. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Lex. No problem. Okay, so this. Let's do our little thingy now. This is going to be top pocket. Oh, Adam, guess what? I had to cancel my order with Temu because there was no information on the tracking. And they couldn't provide anything to me, so they gave me a complete refund, and they said if I get the stuff, just keep it. I was like, what? Because they just couldn't provide an update. So, plan B or C or whatever plan I'm on now, is I'll have to either A, print digitals, or 1, 2, 3. We're going to leave this one. For now, we're going to leave that one. I mean, I still have other options, so not that exact set. I checked. Amazon has like a Stamperia set that has like maybe 1 or 2 pages that are that have elephants, but then there's going to be a whole bunch of pages that I'm not going to really use, like zebras, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, kind of a situation. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy a whole pack of Stamperia for like, $15 to just use one sheet actually. So I said I have die cuts, I have stamps, I have other stuff, so there's still a chance it might show up, right? It could happen. And because we're still waiting for the thing from Australia, we have time. I just did it. Yeah, I know. Okay. Everything is notched and ready to go. I don't know, Shetty. I'm a little leery about shopping with Temu right now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little leery about it. About any of them. Temu, Shein, AliExpress. I'm gonna stick with like Craftalier, Scrapbook.com, Amazon, anything from the States or like from the UK, I'll buy. But if it's coming from like China or whatever, nope. I'm holding off until I see or hear something. I'm not doing it. Okay. I mean, you guys do what you want. I know some people have. But I placed this order how long ago and it hasn't come in? On the 10th. The 10th is when I placed the order. And there was like no tracking updates at all. So I'm like, what the heck? You know? Didn't do that one, didn't do that one. That one's done. Let's just... I think the mushrooms are kind of growing on me a little. Well, that's what's going on. And I'm just not, I don't want to deal with it. Because what happens is, if they don't disclose it, you as the receiver get stuck with the duties. So the tariffs is the duties that we pay. That's the tax. It's called duties. So I don't know. Okay, let me show you some of the stuff that I got here. I got some really cool windows that we can use. And then I have some really neat images like that we can use. So I'm thinking self to do a waterfall. Do we want to do it right at the beginning? Or do you want to put it on the back? I might want to put the... Oh, that's pretty. Look at that color. Let's see what's in here. Oh my God, Adam. Somebody stop him. So we kind of have some pinkish ones and more pink or more green. I like these, but I don't know if this fits. Like, look at them. They're really pretty. Do you think she'll like them? I'm going to show you what she said was her vibe. Which is more, to me, it's more vintage than it is. I'll show you the picture that she sent me to show me the vibe. So I said, I need to know what kind of fairy vibe you got. You see that? That's what she sent me. So it's vintage. So I don't know if this, I think this is more whimsical. I may have to put these away. These are more whimsical. I don't think they're very vintage. Vintage, I think, is the book. Or my books. Yeah, I think they're more vintage. So I'm like, even though I really like these, I don't think so. But I'll keep these out because maybe I like this paper too, but it's not what she's looking for. Yes, I even had this one out. So, more vintage would be more along the lines of, I think, like this kind of stuff. Essentially. Well, that's different. Different wings. See, those are very vintage looking. I'm just looking at stuff to do a waterfall. I have one more book. Those are cute too. Yeah, see these up here? Because I have the stickers of what she sent. I think these are more along the lines of what she's looking for, most definitely. The hell? Look at those images. They're tiny. This book has a little bit of both. There's some cute things in here. Very whimsical. Now, I also have this book. That every page is a vintage fairy page, which I also think fits her vibe. I gotta do it the other way. I gotta flip it this way because maybe not. And these are pretty thick. That might match. that might match. You know, one of the hardest parts is picking images. This one reminds me of that. That kind of ties it all in a little bit. I'm going to pick a couple out of this book to use that are in that pink and green color scheme. Okay, that's good for that one. Then I have this one that has some pretty cool images as well. Like, I love the black and white down here. Like, see how cool that is? I love this piece, which means I'm going to cut that, but it has famous fairies listed on here. Look at that in the shoe. That's so cute. I thought this one was really cute too, this page. Like, there's a lot of opportunity to cut little corners. This one is cute. I think that would look good in here. We can make this like the 2 pockets. I just need to strengthen this because this is a little weak. Either that, or it could be something that might flip open. But I kind of like the idea of the little pocket there, that way. Let's just keep going. As we see cute things, we'll cut them out. Like, she's really cute too. I usually buy 12 by 12 cardstock, but I also use 8.5 by 11, so it really depends. pretty leaf. Dragon. I love these whimsical books. Look at the little... And there's a fairy creed. Okay. We didn't even look at this one yet. This one I know has a lot of whimsical stuff in here. Because I've used this one before. There's like a lot of missing pages. Look how pretty that is. But this one I think we're going to use for Dorothy's book. Because Dorothy's fairy book, she wants it to be like fairies and tea parties. And how perfect is that? That's like a little fairy tea party right there. So I think I'm going to save this one for Dorothy's book. There's like, look how cute these little dresses are. The little fairy dresses. That would make like a cute waterfall of fairy dresses, you know. So I think I'm going to leave this one. Let's see what else we got. Last book. No naked. Can't have no naked. This is the one where, you know, I sometimes, the pictures are a little meh. This is good for a nice big tag. That's the vibe. I think this is a good picture too. Hey now. This is a brand new blade. That's a cute picture. Two whimsicals. And she says she was okay with me using boys. That's cute, but uh-oh, naked. That's more for a Art Nouveau kind of a book. Adam, don't worry about the paper. I got plenty of paper, and I have some ideas on what to do with them. So don't fret, my pet. Oh, that's a cute one. Been there, done that. But again, I have paper. It's not the fact that I don't have paper. The one from Temu was just beautiful, like a savanna background with the elephants that I really liked. So I had kind of that in my head, and I just need to change gears. That's all. It's no big deal. No biggie. All right, these are just going to be plain old tags that I pulled. So I'm going to set these aside. I don't have to make tags with you guys. I could do that on my own. Let's make Let me figure out something over here because I like the idea of a flip out. Because I like this color and I feel like this matches it really well. At the same time, I don't want to, I like what it says. Wherever is love and loyalty, great purposes and lofty souls, even though in a what? In a havel or a mine, there is fair. I can't read that. I gotta put my glasses on. Yes, the fairy swing. Exactly. Wherever is love and loyalty, great purposes and lofty souls, even though in a hovel or a mine, there is fairyland. Interesting. We'll cut about this much. Does look pretty with that. All right. I definitely want to do the other one, the green one. We'll work on this one first. And she does like lace, so we could definitely add some lace. Okay, because the plan is going to be, I'm going to trim this up a little. Hi, Z. How you doing? Okay, so I cut it. It's supposed to be 8.5, and lo and behold, it's short. We could zhuzh it, not a big deal, or I could actually add some, well, I have to strengthen this anyway. So the color I'm going to use, maybe I'll use, let me think. Purple would be nice because it'll bring out that purple. So it's not all green. I'm good, Z. Doing my thing. Working on our fairy book. Because it's a little bit thin for a pocket. So we definitely want to thicken that up. That's not going to work. All right, we're just going to have to put a piece of paper to cover all this. And I'm going to make that purple. Not purple, but that burgundy-ish color. It does not have to be cardstock, so it doesn't make it too thick. See, this is thick. This is a little thinner. That will work. See if I have any more. Ooh. Oh, how about this? That will tie both colors in. That looks pretty. Ah, this is paper. Oh, I like that. I like that better than the stripes. Because it ties in to both sides. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so if we do that, now I need to thicken this. And maybe I will use that. Yeah, that looks good. Well, it does look good though. I like the contrast. First things first. Judge now, or forever hold your peace. Just top and bottom, because we're going to have to trim the sides after we glue it, so it doesn't pull on it and it doesn't wind up being short. So I'm just using regular paper for the background to cover these two white backs, just like that. And I've cut these with scissors, but I gotta be honest, it's easier to do it with a blade because with the scissors, I tend to like swoop in and cut too much of something I didn't want to cut. You know what I mean? And then here we could trim all the little white pieces that we see here. That's my sister-in-law. Okay. Now we're all ready for the background. Hi, Esther. I'm going to trim it just a smidgen more to give it like a little border. And that's going to be our little hidden pocket there, kind of, sort of. I need to trim just a little bit. Okay, I think that looks good. And we're going to make a fancy corner on this one. Just wanted to give it like a little fancy cut. These aren't easy to line up. See that? Just gives it a little pizzazz. Let me see what my sister-in-law is probably asking me what she can make for Friday. Make sure everything is okay. Because her dad was, what the hell? In the hospital. You guys are awfully quiet today. You guys aren't even talking with each other. What's going on? Is my mood being contagious? Thank you, Cheryl. That I didn't go on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that's not what's going on. Okay, that's your reason? Okay. Okay. I am gluing the center because you don't want it to pop up. All right, that's 2 pockets on either side now. Cute little fairies hiding. And then it goes right into the little magical forest. Lori, I'm not in the greatest mood either. Everybody knows that I'm not. It's so funny you guys know my when I'm in a bad mood. I think that's funny. Okay. So I think we should work on our waterfall situation. And you know what? I think I also have tarot cards. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have fairy tarot cards that might work. I love you too, honey. Let's see. This is fairy tale, not fairies. Let's try that again. I'm sitting there going, there's not many fairies. It's more like... Here we go. Oracle fairies. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, yeah. These are better. Do you think these fit her theme, though? Oh, for the life of Jesus. You know what? I'm going to stick with the books because I've got this thing where it's not the right theme, and it's annoying me. Yeah. I'm going to go with the book. We'll pick out pictures out of here. Make the backgrounds. I'm going to try and find like where they're all the same size because, and of course, there isn't enough of this. And it's a little bit big for that book. It needs to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, the 4 on the page is a little bit too big for a flip through. Right here. Okay, I think these two gives us plenty of options. I'm going to try and get some with like boys and stuff just to kind of change it up a little bit. That's a really cute one. That's a cute one too. All right, you know what? We're going to need this. Yeah, these are all cute ones, I think. The challenge is going to be cutting in. think that's a cute one. I think that's a cute one. I think that's a cute one. Thank you for sharing. This is a cute little boy. As is this one. But it has a lot of white on the background, so I'm going to pick that one. Four. Is that the same size? Yes. That one's cute. Kind of like this whimsical one down here too. It's kind of like, I don't know. I like this one. I think it's vintage. Like very vintage looking. 6. There's 6 of them. Should that be enough? We'll do 7. We'll do an odd number. Oh, they have the same one with a darker background. Interesting. Uh-oh. Looks like I cut through. I think that's good for the... All right. This one's going to have to get cleaned up. You know what? Maybe I should cut them with the jagged scissors so they look a little not so finished, you know? Now that I'm thinking about it. And let's pick what page we're going to put this on so we know what background we want to do. Thinking the pink, the solid pink back here, because it's nice and sturdy. And then we can do whatever color we want. Okay, our pockets there are good. All right. Or, might be better. Well, after we build it, we'll figure it out. Because maybe it could even go on one of these, which will be nice. And then this could be something flat, because this color looks pretty. That pink looks pretty with that. I just don't know if this is going to be long enough. So we'll just do a nice pinkish background, maybe. This background's nice, actually. Oh. We do it in the front. Hold on. See, I always worried about doing it in the front because the book is kind of curved. I kind of feel it's a little flatter towards the back. This might be a good spot then. Thank you for sharing. Because if we do it, well, we still have to do the background. And it needs to be double-sided so that when it flips, it's just a solid color on the back. So with that said, I think our safest color to use is like a craft color. I don't know. Craft color would look good here. if I make it like a weird shape, I wonder if it'll flip okay. It should flip okay, right? Not a weird shape, but instead of it being a rectangle, making it more like unfinished, like this one or something like that. I think that would look pretty good actually. Like if, yeah, I like that. We'll do that. What if we made it bigger? I could get away with that. Let me see, where's that one that... It might be too big. I have to go down a size. But then it's going to really reduce. That's not too bad. I can make this work. The deciding factor is, he's upstairs probably. Make it like this, where it has a relatively small border. Or do we want to make it with a big border? But I think it's going to look weird if I do a big border. I think we're gonna cut the brown paper with this, and then we'll trim each image out with the smaller one, so it has just a small edge. Yeah, I like that, because that'll go with the wonky paper that's in here too. Okay. Can I get 2 out of there? I don't think this is 8.5. If this was 8.5, I could have gotten 2. No, it is 8.5. Oh yeah, we could cut 2 at a time. Dropsy number 1. Was it number 1? I don't know. Okay. Two. Four. How many do I have? 7, right? I did 7. And one more. 7. Now we're going to take our smaller one and we're going to trim up these images. Uh-oh. Guess who's awake? Easy squeaky. He's laying on the floor over there like no one's paying attention to me. This will also add to the, I think it's going to add to the vintage look. One more. Okay. All set. Put this away. All right. Now we get to assemble and zhuzh and do all that fun stuff. See if we can. You have to do both sides. I can't believe how quiet everyone is, and me even. I guess sometimes we need that, right? Get out of our own heads. Okay, that side's done. And that's okay. I'm okay with what they call uncomfortable silences. They don't bother me. I am seeing well, I think so. You asked about Larry. Somebody wrote Costco. I don't know why, but. And then Lori said, yep. That's all I'm seeing, unless you're seeing something I'm not. Am I missing any comments? Oh, nice. Any ice cream is good ice cream. Anyone else doing anything tonight? Meaning, like, have you guys seen any other creators on? Any of our friends? Oh, I think I'm getting hungry. It is 9, right? After 9? Oh, good job. You know, you guys are doing a great job, by the way, with your tags. I saw them. You're posting it on Discord, and they're coming out really, really good. I can't believe how fast some of you guys get things done. Like, super fast. This one will be a little bit faster because you only have to do one side. Then we glue, and then we assemble. Yeah, I have to do my masterboard on Sunday. And then try to knock out the first 2. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe Saturday I'll do my masterboard ahead of time. Yeah, I think a lot of us are kind of like meh today. Just not in the mood. Black. The color for July is black. Okay. We are ready to assemble. Oh, that's going to look so cute. Look how it's going to look. It's going to look pretty vintage. Black is it's not difficult. It's not. Listen. Black looks beautiful in stripes, right? I had an idea. I had a couple ideas, but I think the one I'm going to go with I haven't done it yet. Well, we'll see. We shall see. You know, sometimes what you have in your head isn't how it comes out. Sometimes it comes out perfectly like that. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay too. Right. Well, we have to do a 4th of July one too, but I'm not going to put stars and stripes on my background because of the other themes. We have goth. We have, oh, you did white and blue. Well, white and red and blue. Violet did her nails. She does them herself. You guys have seen her nails before. Like Halloween is when she gets really. Penny, do you want to know what I'm gonna do? And you could borrow the idea if you like. She just did them today. She takes her a couple hours, but she does get them done. Pen, I am going to emboss. So if you only have one black paper, one color, whatever, emboss it. And then put a little shade of maybe silver or something on, whatever you like. I'm going to emboss the paper and then I'm going to tear it and then I'm going to build it. See how that comes out. I haven't done that yet. I have different shades of black and I also have like, black and white, but I'm going to go with just black and I'm going to emboss and see how that comes out. Because I think with the themes, then what I could do is after I emboss it, whatever I'm doing, I could add a little color to kind of blend it in. You know what I'm saying? Like what were some of the themes? Oh, like the wildflowers. Well, with a black background, a bright colored wildflowers is going to look awesome. For the goth, goes without saying, it's going to match great. What was the other one? The 4th of July is going to look great with the red, white, and blue on top of the black. And what was the last theme? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, yes, teacups. Oh, that would look good with the black background too because I can make it like a vintage with a little metallic in the background. High tea. Yes. Yes, that's right. High tea. I'm going to have to think about that one because it needs to blend. Yeah, I mean, you could do whatever you want. It's yours. I was just giving a suggestion because I was like, I have a lot of paper that has patterns on it. And I think with the black, it's going to be really busy. So, but on the other hand, it's the back of the card, not the front. So it may not even, I may not even have an issue. Okay. So now let's try and split these up so that we have like dark light. And then I think this should be the top one. And then maybe we'll do that one, that one, that one, that one. Like that, I'm thinking. I think that looks good. Actually, we glue them the other way. So I gotta. I'll show them to you. See how that looks like a vintage card. That one needs a little bit more zhuzhing. Okay, so that looks good. Now, yeah, I like the color scheme here. I think that'll look good with the brown. And here's the kicker. I think I'm going to stick with craft paper to do the pull. Looks good here too. I kind of like this one better because it's a little bit, it's a flatter. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it on this one. All right, so to do it on that one, well, you could just use this, right? Figure something out because every time I need to cut something, this is in the way. This isn't going to be enough space. I got to get the big one because I have to do 6 more lines. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good evening, Deborah. Oh my gosh, Deborah, you just gave me a little bit of a heart attack. I just realized Deborah Pate. I had somebody that worked for me named Deb Pate. No. Darlena. It was a D. But I was like, wait a minute. She was sweetie. What are you whining about? Do you have to go out? Yeah? Well, you better be sure if I get up and come over there and you don't go out, I'm going to be upset. We all know how you cry wolf, which isn't funny because you had a fox attack you. So, you know what I'm saying? That crying wolf thing is getting old. Okay, so I fold them both ways so that they flow really easy. Let me go open the door, see if he goes out. Okay, I'm coming. He did go out. Okay, so we got that ready. And then, okay. So I think that to stick with the little roughness, I'm going to manually cut. Cut a little bit more. Okay. Okay. You know what we need to do. What do you mean people can't believe you still use? I use those scissors all the time. And you know what I actually use a lot that it's very hard to find? the corner ones. I love these. These that you just stick a corner in here. And you get this beautiful edge. Oh, love it. I have 5 of these. And I'm always on the lookout for different, different ones. I have 5 different shapes. I can't believe people say that, Deb. I can't believe that. Absolutely, we use them. Let me ask you, what else would you be using? Your die cut machine? Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, those corner scissors. I'll show you in a sec. Try and make sure I got this. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. They're called, I think they're called corner edgers. Corner edgers. Yeah, Fisker's corner edgers. Okay. Just make sure they're not sticking to each other. Okay, that part's done. Now let's plan the rest of it. Right about there. Hmm. I do think I like the green. I'm thinking when it does pull it, when it's all glued. For a pull, maybe a wing. Let me think. See what kind of fairy stuff I got. Well, I got some fairy stuff. Oh, I got a fairy wing here. Might be too big though. That's a little too long. But maybe I'll shorten this and we'll do like the little fairy on the tree. Not a tree, fairy on the star. I can make this a little shorter. Yeah, I like that. Gonna go there with a brad. All right, let's zhuzh this out. Just marking the center. I'm going to look for a light. I just saw a green, but it's square. I thought it was square. Maybe a little pink in there. We are a sad bunch today, aren't we? I don't think I've ever seen all you guys this quiet. Ever. It's a little creepy deepy. Don't apologize. Like I said, we're all entitled to have our days, you know? Enjoy while it lasts, right? The thing is, I don't even have the TV on. So it's just that abnormally quiet for me. Oh, come on. You're really not going to fit in there? Yes, I do. Where's that little one? The file one. I have a smaller one. There it is. There it goes. Okay. Awesome. I feel like this side's a little bit shorter. Okay, now I had that one piece. Where is it? Maybe we should do some, maybe a piece of lace. Um, Throw a little pink in there, green and pink. That'll be cute because it'll tie it in. And I also have these flowers. It's a little daintier. That looks pretty too. Oh, I think that works. I don't think it needs anything else. Right? I say we glue it. I did not see the storm. When did this happen? I haven't even had the TV on yet. Okay. That's that. All right. We'll give that a few minutes and then we'll check it out. I'm wrapping up because I'm hungry. I gotta go eat something. And we're all in the mood. I think even though we don't, we're all on our period. Did it really knock down all the electricity? Wow, I'm gonna put the news on now for a little bit and kind of catch up on things. You know? We'll use this later. This one goes up here. I don't get those. Oh, you don't get the storms? Is that what you're saying? Oh. Oh, yes, you do. You cycle with us. All right, let me just get an idea. I want to see the kind of windows. There's green and pink and purple. Pretty windows. Multiples. I'm getting an idea. Let me just see if I could do this. Always and I'll be there forever and a day. Always. We could put a pocket, and this could be a cute little tag in the pocket here. That'll be nice. Like a vellum pocket. I'm just thinking in my head if I have anything frame. Did you really, Lisa? I kind of got it stuck in my head right now. Always and I'll be there forever and a day. Always. If you come for you, I will. If you tell me to die for you, I got to go through my frames because I have some of those pre-cut frames that'll make good pockets. So I'm probably going to do that here, a vellum pocket, and then this will be, because it'll tie in with the mushroom. You know how I like things to do matchy-matchy. So we're going to leave that there. I put this pink in here, but I got to be honest with you, I'm not feeling this pink at all. So I'm going to have to do maybe a flip out of an envelope, is what I'm thinking. And that matches that. Okay. Let's look at it. Ta-da! There it is. Okay. Our first one is done. Very cute. All right. I got some ideas going. I want to do something with a keyhole, I think, too. But we'll see. I like to jot down, like go through the book, kind of think of what I want to do, and then jot down on a piece of paper so I don't forget, because I always forget. And maybe even take a sticky note and put it on each page. Oh, this is for a keyhole. This is for a vellum pocket, so that I have a way to go back after I have an idea and not lose it. Because I tend to lose my ideas, as you guys know. So, let's do our grace for the moment. We have to flip it because it is July 2nd. Today's my goddaughter's birthday. All right. Just like Jesus, God, examine me and know my heart. Test me and know my nervous thoughts. Imagine considering every moment as a potential time of communion with God. By giving God your whispering thoughts, the common becomes uncommon. Simple phrases such as, thank you, Father, be sovereign in this hour. Oh Lord, you are my resting place, Jesus. Can turn a commute into a pilgrimage. You needn't leave your office or kneel in your kitchen. Just pray where you are. Let the kitchen become a cathedral or the classroom a chapel. Give God your whispering thoughts. Well, this is kind of like what we do every night. We give God our whispering thoughts, right? We thank him for everything that is good. We ask him to help us help those who need help and help us where we need the help. And I think that's kind of funny because it says to kind of just be silent and just be deep in prayer and thoughtfulness. And I think we all did that tonight. I don't think we all really were overly active, and we were just kind of in the moment and just enjoying each other's presence and kind of acknowledging each other. And you're just watching what I'm doing, and I'm just doing what I'm doing, you know, and once in a while talking to you. It's a very quiet night. Very interesting. But I'll tell you what, since I'm not live on Friday, I'm going to see if I could do my best to maybe go live for a little bit on Saturday. All right. I'm not sure if it'll be morning or evening. But I'll go on Discord and I'll let you guys know, you know, hey, I'm going to go live for a little bit, just so you guys know. Sound good? I'm going to go eat some dinner. It's late, but I need to eat something. Yeah, it was very quiet, and we got some stuff done. We picked out some images and stuff, which is really good. We have a good start. It's a promise. Oh, thank you. Well, it was a very quiet evening. You didn't hear too much today. Usually I'm a jabberjaw and I talk a lot. But you guys know I just have a lot on my mind, and I just want to get through. So we'll say our last prayer. Well, we did our thoughts. We'll say our last prayer now. Lord Jesus, we thank you for bringing us together. We thank you for giving us peace tonight, because apparently most of us needed it. We thank you for our health. all that is good for our family, for our friends, for each other, and for the opportunity to recognize you and provide our worship to you together. We ask that you help our friends who are in need, particularly Sandra, Terry. I have right now, I'm drawing a blank on who else needed our help that just had surgery. But you know who they are, and we ask that you lift them up and you make them better and allow us to come together again soon. We ask you all this in Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay. That was good. Thanks, guys. Look at me. Oh, I'm yawning. Thank you, Kay. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with me and for listening to me and for supporting me. And I will see you Saturday. Okay, I'll see you Saturday. When, not sure when, but Saturday at some point I'll see you guys. All right. In the meantime, I'll see you on Discord. Love you guys. Have an awesome evening. All day. Yes, happy 4th of July, everyone. Be safe.